Here we are in the Marian University EcoLab. My name is Dave Benson, and we're here on the south shore of the main pond in an area called the Fen. And it's called the Fen because it's a groundwater-fed wetland that tends to be a little bit more basic than acidic. And there are certain critters that you find in a fen, certain plant species especially that you find in a fen, one of which is the skunk cabbage, and that's what we're here to look for. Everybody knows that some animals are warm-blooded and other animals are cold-blooded, meaning that warm-blooded ones make their own metabolic heat, and that's how they keep their body warm, whereas cold-blooded things tend to just use the environment to keep them warm. Plants, though, plants can make metabolic heat as well. They're not necessarily warm-blooded or cold-blooded, but they can actually heat themselves up. Certain plants do it, other plants do not. Skunk cabbage is one of the plants that actually do that. They'll heat up the environment and make themselves, the flowering structure, a little bit warmer than the ambient temperature around. One of the reasons why they do that is so that they can be the first ones to flower. They'll flower right through the snow. And that's what we're here to find. So right here. So here it is, skunk cabbage right here. And you can tell that it's melted off the snow around it. It's making a little bit of heat here. And we're only in February, but it's flowering already. Skunk cabbage is an insect-pollinated plant. It makes enough heat that the insects actually prefer to land on it because it's a warm place to be, for one thing, and so that attracts insects to it as well. I think it also creates a little bit of a smell that the insects are drawn to. But this time of year, actually, you can just barely see some leaves coming up around the flower heads there, and those leaves are what give it its name. It looks like a cabbage. It's these big green leafy leaves, but then also the leaves smell really bad too. You can take some in your hand and sort of rub it around, break it up, and smell it, and it'll smell very skunky. Next time you're down in the EcoLab, you got to look for this stuff. It's out there. It's out there from January to mid to late summer. You'll be able to find skunk cabbage around. Look in the fen, look in some of the wetland areas, and hopefully you'll find it out there. There is life. There is life in the EcoLab, even in the winter.